Hello, students. Wishing you a very wonderful day. In our last session, we read the chapter Indigo, tried to comprehend it, understand it, analyze various aspects of the chapter. Now, we'll be discussing question answers, keeping in mind our board exams. But before that, let's have a quick review. Right? Let's understand the gist of the chapter. Let's begin. Rajkumar Shukla, a poor sharecropper from Champaran, wishing to meet Gandhiji. Rajkumar Shukla, illiterate but resolute, hence followed Gandhiji to Lucknow, Kanpur, Ahmedabad, Calcutta, Patna, Muzaffarpur, and then Champaran. Servants at Rajendra Prasad's residence thought Gandhiji to be an untouchable. Gandhiji considered as an untouchable because of simple living style and wearing, due to the company of Rajkumar Shukla. Decided to go to Muzaffarpur first to get detailed information about Champaran sharecropper. Sent telegram to J.B. Kriplani and stayed in Professor Malkhani's home, a government servant. Indians afraid of showing sympathy to the supporters of Home Rule. Gandhiji reached Champaran, visited the secretary of British Landlord Association to get the facts but denied as he was an outsider. Gandhiji went to the British official commissioner who asked him to leave the hut. Gandhiji disobeyed, went to Motihari, the capital of Champaran, where a vast multitude greeted him, continued his investigations, visited maltreated villagers, stopped by police superintendent, but disobeyed the order. Motihari, black with peasants' spontaneous demonstrations. Gandhiji, released without bail, civil disobedience triumphed. Gandhiji agreed to 25% refund, but the landowners, it symbolized the surrender of the prestige. Gandhiji worked hard towards social economic reforms, elevated their distress, aided by his wife Mahadev Desai, Narhari Parekh. Gandhiji taught a lesson of self reliance by not seeking the help of an Englishman, Mr. Andrews. Let's have a quick look at justification of the title Indigo. Let's try to understand whether this title Indigo, which is given to the chapter, is justified or not. The title Indigo focuses our attention on the issue of exploitation of indigo sharecroppers at the hands of cruel British planters. The British compelled them through a long term agreement to plant indigo on 15% of their land and surrender the entire harvest as rent. After the development of synthetic indigo by Germany, the British planters extracted money from the peasants as compensation for being released from the 15% agreement. The peasants who wanted their money back filed civil suits. Rajkumar Shukla persuaded Gandhi to take up the case of indigo sharecroppers. So, indigo sharecropping exemplifies the injustice of British and India's submission to British authority. So, this very well suits the chapter because, in a way, you can see this whole struggle revolves around indigo, and then how this indigo becomes an impetus for the freedom struggle, how Gandhi tries to struggle for the struggle to get justice for these sharecrop holders, and later on this struggle paves the way for Indian freedom struggle. Students, let's have a look at NCERT questions. They are very, very important from your exam point of view. The very first question: why do you think Gandhi considered the Champaran episode to be the turning point in his life? See, students, the Champaran episode began as an attempt to ease the sufferings of large number of poor peasants. He got spontaneous support of thousands of people. Gandhi admits that what he had actually done was a very ordinary thing. He declared that the British could not order him about in his own country. Hence, he considered Champaran episode as a turning point in his life, because Gandhiji understood, realized the problems of like our countrymen very minutely, because he stayed there for a year, observed these people, how scared they are, how scared they are of British rule, and how they are subjugated to atrocities, and thus the it actually acted as a turning point in his life. Moving towards question number 2, how was Gandhi able to influence lawyers? Give two instances. We have to give two examples. See, children, Gandhi asked the lawyers what they would do if he was sentenced to prison. They said they had come to advise him. If he went to jail, they would go home. Then Gandhi asked them about the injustice to the sharecroppers. The lawyers held consultations. They came to the conclusion it would be shameful desertion if they went home. So they told Gandhi that they were ready to follow him in jail. So, this is how Gandhiji was able to influence these people, these lawyers. And first and foremost, they thought that, like Gandhiji being an outsider was ready to help these poor farmers, right? And they, in fact, belong to that place. And if they will not help these poor farmers, it will be disgraceful. And then they thought, like, if Gandhiji is taken in prison, it will be kind of shameful, right? As an outsider, he will have to rot in prison, and these people are not coming forward to help. It's better for them to go to jail with him rather desert him. So next question is, what was the attitude of average Indian in smaller localities towards advocates of home rule? See, children, when I was discussing the chapter also, there you will have noticed that I gave quite a weightage to that instance where Professor Malkhani or the other one, Professor Kriplani, he went forward to like receive Gandhiji at station, and then another professor giving him place to stay in house for 2 days. That was very uncommon those days, particularly for government servants. And then the average Indian in smaller localities were afraid to show sympathy for the advocates of home rule. Gandhiji stayed at Muzaffarpur for 2 days at the home of Professor Malkhani, a teacher in government school. It was extraordinary thing in those days for government professor to give shelter to one who opposed the government rule, right? It was not a very easy thing to do.